Djed is at the same time an over-collateralized and an algorithmic stablecoin backed by ADA that has just launched on the Cardano blockchain. Okay, but since the Luna fiasco, all the algorithmic stablecoins get a pretty bad reputation. And even though Djed is over collateralized and is completely different to Luna, it is just put under the same bucket of algorithmic stablecoins, a bucket of coins that are doomed to fail. Some even consider that the failure of Djed can even lead to the failure of Cardano, the same way that the failure of UST led to the failure of the Terra blockchain. Maybe Djed will fail, maybe Djed won't. But the reality is that regardless, it is a completely different stablecoin from Luna, and its failure won't lead to the failure of the Cardano blockchain. And if you want to find out why, just keep watching this video. As always, nothing in this video is financial advice, just educational content. And to understand a little bit how these stablecoins are different from each other, it's very important to understand how they work, to have a high level overview of their mechanisms and the algorithm behind these two stablecoins. And that's exactly what I'll do in this video. I'll share some general ideas of how they work while I'm explaining the differences between them. But if you want to dive deeper into it and really understand, for example, how Djed works, because Djed is right now the only one of these two stablecoins available, you can check out my previous video where I explain the mechanism behind Djed with some pretty neat visuals. And I think that will be more than enough for you to completely understand it. And if you feel secure and if you feel like it's a good idea, you can even, after that video, start engaging or start using Djed if you want. But remember, not financial advice. The video will be here at the top for you to check it out, okay? But for this video, what we'll do is use this image I created, just comparing Djed and Luna as our guidance for the content in this video. Okay, this is a very simple image, but very rich as well, okay? And going with that, we'll see here that the first major difference between Djed and Luna is in terms of collateralization, okay? Djed is an over-collateralized stablecoin, okay? And people can only mint more Djed whenever the collateral in the smart contract is over 400%, okay, of the value of Djed in circulation, okay? So you have to have 400% more ADA amount in dollars locked in the protocol than the amount of Djed in circulation. To ensure that the users of Djed can always burn Djed whenever they need it, and that there will always be enough ADA to pay this $1 value that Djed is supposed to offer as a stablecoin. Luna, on the other side, was not collateralized. Okay, only a few months before the failure of Luna, did the Luna Foundation decided to start buying some Bitcoin to help keep the peg, sustain the peg of Luna. However, that didn't work, as we saw in a more extreme situation. Okay, and also this collateral was not directly associated to the mechanism of Luna. The mechanism was one thing, and the collateral was another thing, held by the Luna Foundation. And this was a foundation controlled by the founders of Luna that decided whenever to buy Bitcoin, but also whenever to use this Bitcoin on the protocol, okay? To keep the peg of the protocol. But the entire relationship was directly between the Luna and UST, okay? Those were the only important relationships to sustain the peg of Luna. With Djed, everything is defined in the smart contract, okay, and people can only mint Djed when there is enough collateral available in the smart contract to do so, okay? And this is because of Shan holders that support all the risk and volatility from the market, okay? Shan is the reserve currency of this protocol, and Shan holders, as we can see here, we can put an image of the protocol. As you can see here, for example, Shan holders are the reserve currency. They cannot burn their collateral when the smart contract is below 400%, and their collateral is locked in the smart contract and is used for the Djed holders, if they want to burn their Djed and redeem their US dollar back. And what is the incentive for Djed holders? Basically, the incentive for them is that they earn the fees of the protocol, okay? And if everything is all right, and there is a lot of ADA in the smart contract and the price of ADA is increasing, there will never be these kind of problems with the reserve ratio, and shareholders will be benefited in terms of price appreciation of the Shan token. Okay, those are the benefits for Shan, and it's a good asset for people that are more bullish on ADA, on the price of ADA, on the price of Cardano, and that are willing to take some more risk. This 400% value for over-collateralization was created mathematically, taking a look at the previous ADA drops, okay? And this is a value that assures that if even if ADA drops more than it has ever historically ever dropped before, in a single day, in a single weekend, or even in a single month, there will always be enough collateral to make Djed holders whole, okay? There will always be enough collateral to pay Djed holders back. In terms of Luna, the mechanism is pretty different, as we can see here. UST was backed by Luna, but Luna is an asset that was directly correlated with UST, as you'll see soon. And when that happens, there is a tendency for these kind of assets to enter death spirals. They add a circular dependence, as you need to buy Luna to mint UST. And whenever you minted UST, you burned Luna and constricted its supply, making Luna theoretically more valuable, which was good, as Luna was the underlying asset backing the value of UST, as you needed to burn UST to get Luna back. But at the end of the day, the price was kept by speculators playing with both sides of the market. The problem and what happened with UST is that when people stopped believing in the protocol, especially arbitrageurs, because there was a lot of downside volatility and Luna was decreasing very rapidly in value, they started burning UST because they believed that the collateral, there was not enough collateral to repay the whole protocol and repay all the UST holders. And they were burning UST at a much faster rate than the demand for minting UST. This meant that as people burn UST, they would get Luna, they would sell this Luna in the open market to get their US dollars, and the supply of Luna would increase even faster, and people would want to sell more Luna, and it was a negative spiral. At the end of the day, speculators couldn't mint enough UST to keep up with the burn pressure of UST with all the people selling UST, and yeah, that's why the death spiral happened. And even with the Luna Foundation trying to sell all its Bitcoin, it was not enough to stop this death spiral. Djed, on the other side, doesn't have this problem of circular dependency, okay? Because ADA is totally independent from Djed, okay? Djed is backed by ADA, and it's a token with a fixed supply of 45 billion ADA at most will ever exist, and it does not have any kind of circular relationship with Djed, because burning or minting Djed won't in any way affect the supply of ADA. That is also the reason why ADA and Cardano won't go down if Djed goes down, because as it happened, for example, with Terra and Luna, because ADA, has this fixed and independent supply from ADA, and because ADA as a whole has a lot of different use cases, not just this stablecoin. Okay, this stablecoin is just one more product building on the Cardano blockchain and leveraging ADA for its protocol, for its smart contracts, like many others. And the same way, if a borrowing protocol goes down, it won't mean that ADA value will go to zero. And yeah, if Djed goes down, the same will happen. Of course, you'll suffer. The market will get scared, and there will be selling pressure for sure, and the price of ADA will probably decrease. But there's still other use cases of ADA, and the supply of ADA is still healthy because we will still be at those 45 billions. So even without Djed, Cardano will keep on running. Another huge difference is related with the smart contract part and the collateral part. As we briefly discussed before, Djed is completely automatic, I would say, or completely autonomous, because everything is on the smart contract. The collateral, how the collateral is handled, the mechanism. In fact, the mechanism is just controlling the collateral, is not doing anything else. Okay, while Luna, that was not the case. Okay, the only collateral that was directly correlated with the mechanism of Luna was Luna itself. With the mechanism of USD was Luna itself. The part of the Bitcoin that the foundation has been acquired, as you can see here, they were buying a lot of Bitcoin from this article. But the reality was that this Bitcoin was completely on the side from the protocol. Okay, it had nothing to do with the protocol itself. The protocol in itself was also a decentralized smart contract, but that was just a minting and burning mechanism between Djed and Luna, where when you wanted to mint between Djed and Luna, between UST and Luna, where you wanted to mint UST, you would just burn Luna, and whenever you wanted to get Luna back, you just burn UST. So a pretty circular dependence between these two assets. And the reality is that this peg was many times kept by actors, by humans, arbitrageurs, but also the Luna Foundation and other important actors in the Terra ecosystem that were speculating and assuring that UST would keep its peg. Okay, many times their actions were crucial to keep the mechanism afloat, and in fact that's what they tried to do with these Bitcoin reserves. They tried to emergency sell a lot of the Bitcoin reserves whenever they saw this problem with their mechanism, their UST mechanism. But as they did, they started pushing the price of Bitcoin down. The price of Bitcoin was already decreasing. There was a lot of sell pressure in the market already, and with these massive sales of Bitcoin to try to keep the peg and the mechanism for UST and Luna alive by buying more UST, they just increased the sell pressure and depleted a lot the value of their own reserves, the value of their own Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, they weren't able to sustain the peg. While with Djed is different because the over collateralization and with all the thresholds to mint Djed, as you've seen here in this image, I've previously shown you, assure that is done in an automatic and safe way by the contract itself, okay, with no need for intervention of external parties or any kind of arbitrageurs or any kind of human beliefs, to ensure that the protocol will function and to ensure that people will get their money back. Djed, in my view, is like an evolution of Luna. It's not a stable coin that is circular, that has circular dynamics like Luna and UST had. It is backed by an independent asset and is also over collateralized inherently in the protocol. And it created this chain reserve currency to provide more collateral into the smart contract and to also benefit the people that are in fact taking on the risk of the protocol and taking on the downside risk whenever people want to burn Djed and whenever the collateral is lower. In addition, it is so over collateralized that is a much more assured than Luna because it has an actual asset that has value and that can be sold and it has a decent amount of liquidity to sustain the protocol. Another big advantage is that Djed is a mathematically proven stablecoin. It was studied in depth and analyzed before launching, following the ethos of the Cardano blockchain of measuring twice and cutting once. While Luna, on its side, was not tested. It was just, launched and they tested as they went. Okay, we are not sure that even if Djed is mathematically proven that it will work, but it's certainly another assurance, and it certainly increases the likelihood and the security whenever dealing with Djed. If you like this kind of videos and you want to stay up to date in terms of some really awesome decentralized blockchain projects, please subscribe and turn on the notifications bell. We'll also keep you updated on Djed, on the progress, especially because there will be better versions of Djed to come, and we'll certainly make videos on those if you're interested. And if you're considering investing in Djed or Chan, then you should definitely look at the video that I'll leave here in the end screen, where I have an in-depth tutorial showing you how exactly you can acquire Gen, what are the best options if you really want to do it. And on my side, I'll see you there.